So what we want to do in this video is talk about how to search for setup sheets uh, in regards to what you're looking for, specifically what conditions you're racing in, or find something you need when you need it. So what you can do here on the DialedSetups.com website is click Setups in the top navigation menu, and it'll take you to the setup search page. You'll see two distinct sections here. You'll see the fields at which you can filter by, or I guess we'll call them search filters, and then you can see all of the setup sheet listings down below. What I'm going to do here real quick is if I wanted to see, we made also some quick filters here that you can sort by newest setup sheets to the system. You can search by most viewed, or basically most popular. Maybe that's a good indication of what guys are looking at in the system and whose setup sheets are actually working pretty good because they're getting checked out a lot. And then I can reset anything that I've done by clicking all, or just resetting it up here by manually changing it. So if I click newest, you can see that the latest ones to be entered, it sorts them by date. Is Cole Ogden's Dirt Nitro Challenge setup sheet for his TLR 8 3.0. If I click most viewed, you can see that Eric Evert's Serpent SRX2 mid-motor setup sheet is being checked out the most by anybody, so it's probably pretty good. And if I want to reset it, I can click all. And that just resets all my filters that I put in place, and the setup sheets just show up in random order here. What we can do now is, let's say I want to start getting granular with it. I want to search. I just want to see what's on here or see what's available. I'll put in Nitro Off-Road. I'll search for a type, and I'll hit go. And now it'll show me all of the setup sheets with Nitro Off-Road cars, and you can find them that way. But let's say I want to get even more granular. I'm going to go electric off-road. I want to search for TLR. Sorry, I picked Kyosho. I want to search for a TLR 22 2.0, and I'm going to hit go. And now you can see all of the results for the TLR 22 2.0 in the system. If I want to get even more granular than that, I can start to specify what traction level I'm looking for and hit go. I can get even more granular and search the specific track size that I'm looking for. I'm just going to use medium for now. And if I wanted to get even more granular than that, I can search the track type, whether open, medium, or tight, whether it's open sweeping turns or lots of 180s in regards to tight, or a good mix of both. So I'm going to actually select open here. And now I can see it gets even more granular, and it shows the ones I'm looking for. I've got an indoor and an outdoor setup sheet here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reset this real quick and have them all show up. But that shows you how you can get down to exactly what you're looking for and see where, the race that it's been used at, the track that it's been used at, the car it was for, the exact conditions that setup sheet was used for, so you know if it's going to work for you or not. You can see when it was used, so you can tell whether it's relatively new. If maybe there's been an update to the car, you can tell when the setup sheet was used. So if it's really old or relatively new, you can maybe get an idea what version they're using, although we do version control for the models or for the vehicles. But let's talk about what you see here down below as well. I'm just going to click newest. And so what you can see is in the listings down here, you can see the driver, and you can click on this driver as well. So if I know Cole has a lot of setups in here and I know his are pretty good, I can actually click on Cole's name and it will take me to his profile, so I can see all of Cole's setup sheets. If I like this one, I can actually click the race name and it will open the setup sheet. I can see the track he used it at. I can see his cars that he has in general. I can then hover over the conditions symbols here to see what conditions that setup sheet was used for. Medium traction, large track, open track flow on an outdoor surface. I can see when he created that setup sheet, or basic roundabouts when he used it. I have some administrative icons over here that I can view the setup sheet. This is another way I can view it. So there's two ways. I can save it as a favorite. So if I like it, I can click this star, and that star turns yellow. So if you go back to the video we did about viewing your profile or using your profile, when I click my favorites in my profile, Cole Ogden's TLR 8 3.0 will now be saved as one of my favorites that I can use for later reference. I can download this sheet as a PDF if I want to print it out or share it that way. Or I can share the setup sheet right from here through Facebook or email and say, hey, a buddy of mine needs a good TLR 8 3.0 setup sheet, I can email it to him. Or if I want to share it on Facebook and let everybody know, hey, I tried Cole Ogden's setup. It was really great. So that's how you search for setup sheets. You can also search by track name, city, or driver name. So if you know a specific place or a specific track, a specific city, or a specific driver you want to find a setup sheet for, all you have to do is put that information up above and hit go, and it will search the database of setups for that specific criteria that you set out. Now, one thing to note is if you see, like what we see down here is a lock icon, and it'll probably end up on the left side over here more often than not. But if there's a lock, you can actually protect your setup sheets with a password. So if you're doing some testing, you don't really want anybody to know. Nobody can view this unless they have the password that you set for it. So that is how to use the setup search functions to find a setup sheet specifically for your conditions. We'll be doing some more videos here shortly on our tuning guide, on how to find racers, and other features of DialedSetups.com. So stay tuned, and we look forward to seeing you at the track soon.